Good evening, everyone. Just a reminder as we settle in, I invite you all to allow this period to clear the mind's eye from the day's distractions, work, deadlines, commitments with friends and family. Feel free to take those off as you take off your shoes in a spiritual sense and get settled in for tonight's explorations, because I guarantee you it's going to be a really special night tonight. Namaste.
Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And we are off to a roaring start tonight. I have made some promises in the Discord, and I will be coming through on those promises because tonight is important. Tonight, we go to the world. We speak to those with ears to hear to tell them we are, in fact, in a new paradigm, the new age, that and much more, tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? It's fantastic to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. How are we doing in chat? How are we feeling? Namaste. It is wonderful to be with you. I see some very beautiful names already in chat. M. Robert Cobb, not sneaking by me. Nico, woo, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Pardon me. Pardon me, I just get so excited and I start squeezing down in the muscles, and the muscles start squeezing the gases and the fluids and everything around. Namaste. Namaste to you. How are you? Also, Tater Talks. Already getting a raid this early in the night. Namaste to the Raiders. Tater Talks. Thank you so much for bringing your flock over here and trusting me and this program with people who have come to trust you for your taste and discretion as you express yourself, as you provide community and entertainment and a pastime, and to bring them here is a great gesture of trust. And namaste to Tater Talks tonight and the Raiders. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Can you talk to me about that? And Tater Talks, you must be onto something, right? Because I trust you, good sir. Tater Talks, how are we? Brother Tater, I assume you're a boy, and you're a boy to me now. Namaste, Tater Talks. It's wonderful to be with you. How was the stream, though? How was the quality of the stream? Was it good, bad? Because sometimes it gets away from us. I get it. I understand. Sometimes it gets away from us. It starts going bad. It starts turning bad. And you got and be honest with me though. If it was like that, go ahead and speak to me right now. How was it? Gosh dang! Wow, I am filled with energy tonight. I'm sipping on a little bit of a sugar-free watermelon Red Bull. A sugar-free watermelon Red Bull is what I am drinking this evening in order to get focused and energized for all of you. Namaste. There were 2 for $6 at Jewel just the other night. 2 for $6. Me walking through Jewel, getting a couple Red Bulls because they were on sale. Wonderful Tater. Wonderful Tater. Good to see. Good to hear. I just want you to know you can always do a raid after you have a dog shit stream too. You just keep that in mind. You start thinking, wow, the energy sucks. What do I do with this energy? What do I do with the energy right now? It is bad. It started off bad and got worse. You know, somebody's upset in chat. Somebody's being weird. Someone's going kamikaze. They're pulling in all the alts in order to keep trolling, to keep bringing that vibe down further. Moderators can't do anything. Everybody's crying, freaking out, shitting their pants. You know, one of the mods has got a nosebleed, and you're like, Christ, what do I do? What do I do with this energy? What stream, what community, what program out there can handle the energy as I live it in real time in this moment? And let it be known, Explorations with Leslie Tanner can handle that, take that, do something with it, transform it here, and sometimes even make it worse, but in a place where that can be okay. Namaste to you. Wow, it feels very good. It feels very good. Dirty Smith, good to see you. Good to see you. Wow. Namaste. Well, yeah, sometimes wholesome can go awry, Tater. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, have you ever been part of a stream with a wholesome vibe and that wholesome vibe went kaput? Sometimes that wholesome vibe, it has farther to fall. It's more fragile. And so sometimes someone can come in, you can get raided, get a little hate raid. When was the last time you got a hate raid, right? Invigorating stuff. It is really weird. We got hate raided. It's been a while since we've been hate raided over here. Stone Monster 400 subbing for the
first month in a row. Can we take a moment and bring some attention over to Stone Monster 400? Explorer makes women feel uncomfortable. That I believe. He has a very strong energy, and it is largely not appreciated by women. The program works. Stone Monster 400, namaste to you, brother. Great to see that name on the screen in 31 months. It's amazing how time flies. It's amazing how time flies. Namaste to you, Stoney. Really appreciate your presence here as always. Now, as we get started tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have got some stuff to get into. As you can see on the screen, we are exploring what I am describing now as the new age. All right, the new age. Before we get into the details, before we get into my little spiel about it, let's go ahead and get through some quick orders of business before we get into my thing. Real quick, guys, you know I have it. The P.O. Box. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Send me something in the mail, all right? I love getting postcards. I love getting letters. I love getting packages. Send me a damn ass thing in the mail and allow us to communicate. Allow us to touch. Allow us to break that physical barrier. If I could reach out and touch you right now, I would. If I could get rid of that damn P.O. Box, I would get rid of it. But we can't, because I can't touch you through the screen. I can't do that. Maybe in the future, but not now. Maybe in the future, but not now. We need that P.O. Box, so send me a little something. Sir Wales, blessings. Yeah, I'm looking at, it's got a navy blue background in my chat, and then the color of the font of your username is a purple. Difficult for me to read. Not exactly sure what they're doing over at Restream.io, but I appreciate almost everything else they do. Sir Wales, though, namaste. I'm glad to know that you feel that way. So, guys, it's really good to be with you. It's really good to be with you. As I said, we got a lot to get through tonight, a very important topic that I mean to introduce for the first time this evening. You know damn well we'll be revisiting it because the world will feel us tonight. The world will look back and refer to this night as when an individual and a group of people, the most effective personal power program in the country, and its founder stepped up and defined a historical paradigm. But more on that in just a second. I can't wait to get in. So let's go ahead and do the other point of order real quick. As you know, guys, if you are into the call-in show, the landmark call-in show, and you've seen the thousands upon thousands of lives be transformed merely by this call-in show on twitch.tv, you know, it's free to call, it's free to hit the buttons, and you got a couple bucks, and you're ready for the program materials. You are excited. You're that next level that we speak about so frequently here, the power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here. It is calling your name, and you know you've got to run, not walk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just dropped a chat that you're not going to want to miss. I just dropped a link in the chat that you do not want to miss. My community of devoted light at patreon.com. My inner circle. This is where we really put our heads together. We've got a podcast over there. We've got exclusive videos over there. We've got music downloads, a monthly postcard. We've got full-length VHS tapes waiting to be watched right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to give these materials to you as fast as possible. Some of you will not be called. It is not for everybody, all right? This is not a universal thing. A lot of people say, oh, here comes Leslie asking for money. First of all, of course I'm asking for money. Of course I'm asking for money, because every dollar I make, I put right back into the program. Namaste. Every dollar I make, I put right back into the most effective personal power program in the country, because I believe in it, and I believe in you, and I believe in us. I believe that we can do something about everything that's going on us, right? This decay, this godless decay that we see in every facet in our lives, and it's growing darker and dimmer and flabbier by the moment. And I believe this program, this personal power program, has something for us. Namaste. Tater Talks, hitting that follow, the raid and then the follow. Very brave of you. Very brave of you. And that's a warrior. Tater Talks is a warrior. Namaste to Tater Talks right now. Can we get some namaste in the chat right now for Tater Talks? Communal Vision, Stone Monster 400. Next level is not for the pores. We need two-tub people. Yeah, 100%. So listen, there's a reason the community of devoted light and the fast track to the next level that we speak about so frequently, there's a reason it costs a couple bucks. Partly because it is the most effective way to support the program here. On top of that, though, listen, I don't want a bunch of self-hating poors. I don't want a bunch of poor people who want to complain about being poor in the community of Devoted Light. I'll be 100% honest with you. Listen, I've been poor. I work with a lot of poors. My life is kind of surrounded by poors, and just to be honest, we want somebody who's poor and knows that it's bad to be poor. That isn't looking for feel bad for me because I'm poor. No, I will not. I will not do that. I will never do that. I will not bludgeon you with pity. I will not put myself up on a pedestal by pitying you down there. We both know the score. You are down there. Your life is worse and will continue to be so. And it has been that way since you've been poor, largely your whole life. It's been shit. It will continue to be shit, and you will watch in real time as other people's lives are better than yours. They suffer less. They live longer with less suffering, more smiles and laughter, less frowns and crying. Namaste. So let's keep that in mind. Tonight. Namaste. Now let's go ahead. My next order of business, it's getting towards the end of the month. And you know that we have an Explorer of the Month this month, as we always do. Now, this Explorer of the Month thing, it is a chance for me and the mod team, to sort of up communal vision. Can't wait. Pepperoncini. I think poors should be allowed to join the Devoted Light if they spend money on it instead of their immediate needs like food, shelter, and medicine, and probably and deodorant. And I don't mean that all poor people smell. Quite the contrary. Poor people smell good, and that's how you can tell a lot of them are poor. Namaste. Namaste. No. Yeah, you'll see in just a moment. It's going to be the same guy. Namaste, everybody. Welcome to a Jazz Express. Lincoln Pork at YouTube.com. Eric at YouTube.com. Namaste to my YouTubers. Blessings to you. This Jazz Express is devoted to my explorers over at YouTube.com. All right, you guys holding it down in a very weird zone, and I appreciate how independent you are. Hello from YouTube. I'm in bed, and so are you with me. So says VCXZ. Do you go by ZXC over on Twitch? Who are you? Namaste, and this is for YouTube. Good to have the Kool-Aid is the final show. Everybody, welcome P070. Namaste to you. Namaste to you. Blessings and namaste to the P0700. This is a sensual time, and if you don't enjoy it, it's because sensuality is not meant to be exclusively enjoyed. If you have not experienced sensuality in a negative way, I can hardly begin to describe the power that is coursing through your veins right now. And why don't we unlock a little bit of that tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. But first step, guys, if you find yourself not enjoying this jazz, let that be the path to the next level. Discomfort is the path to the next level, and jazz can be that for you. Jazz can be that for you. Jazz can be that for you. Wow. The vibrations being channeled through me right now through this universe are, so I would say most of the time it's very unpleasant for me as well. A lot of the times when I start playing jazz during a Jazz Express, I'm not enjoying myself. But it's important to do. It's important to explore. It's important to use $1,000 word, ladies and gentlemen, to reify the displeasure of the present moment. That was just the overlay on Jazz Express. Namaste. Thank you, mods. I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I appreciate that. They were concerned about the combined chat. Twitch is cracking skulls. Twitch is cracking skulls. The jackals of Twitch of the Twitch HQ are cracking skulls on the combined chat on the overlay on Twitch. Yeah, they care. They think they can trick everybody into thinking that there's only Twitch.tv. That you can't just open a new tab and go look at shit on YouTube. I mean, that's quite a gamble. It's quite a gamble. I wish them the best. I don't think it's very well thought out. Hypocryptomatic, literally gross. Literally gross, says Hypocryptomatic. Namaste. Quick affirmation for fellas. Especially, you get a sports car and then sort of fill it up with your favorite stuff. Yes. That is my advice to fellas, my affirmation for fellas. Namaste to you. Exactly. It's working already, says Tindericos. Tinderios. Namaste. It's already working. So I guess it worked. Is there a Kick stream? There was, well, the thing with Kick, and then I'll actually move on. The thing with Kick, I have a Kick account set up, but Kick hasn't fully released their API to the public. And because of that, I can't do all this stuff on Kick yet. As soon as they do, I will build it as soon as possible. And so everyone on Kick can do the same stuff that they can do on Twitch and YouTube. But they can't do it yet. Yeah, I know they put their API out a couple months ago, but it wasn't like the entire thing. I'm checking in with... there's a developer that's doing the plugins between Twitch, YouTube, and then has one for Kick, but the Kick one kept breaking. But now that they've released the API, they're going to work on it as the API gets released. Yeah, no, Kick should not scare. Well, if you're scared by Kick, respect that. But listen, the light of the program is definitely needed at kick.com. I think we can all agree there. And also, there's a freedom at kick.com that will truly allow certain aspects of this program to really resonate. So let's say, oh yeah, of course, gambling, racists and whores at kick.com. And what? You name a better place for the program than a place like that. Well, I always have this thing, if we ever get totally banned off of here, just go to Kick or Rumble and make best friends with all the Red Pill guys. I'd love to work with them, for real. Hypocryptomatic, more like Kick Creeper, never saw one dog come back again. Don't know what you're talking about. Thank you for chiming in, though. Hypocryptomatic, off to a colorful start, not a logical start, but a colorful start, and I appreciate that. Namaste. Cosmic Video, thank you so much for that single bid. Namaste to you. I'm just hearing of this place, fascinating. Watcher of games, you're just hearing about Kick? Yeah, go check out Kick. They can say, you can say anything over at kick.com. And they do. Bunch of retards. But I love working with retards. Anybody knows that about me. Communal Vision coming in from Pepperoncini. Kick is a hoe-scaring factory. That's true. That's true. But the program, as introduced to a hoe-scaring factory, is a vector of not sanitization, of not taming the hoe scaring, but somehow allowing it to the hoe scaring and the hoes to coexist. The technology of this program allows that to happen. The technology of this program allows that to happen. Here we have to worry about it a little bit because the TOS can be kind of intense here at Twitch, which is the main place. Yeah, they're gonna eat. Well, that's all right. That's all right. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to get through. We need to get to this theme because I need to open up the lines and speak to you all. There's something that's been on my mind as of late, ladies and gentlemen. There's something that has been on my mind as of late. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in what I'm sure most of us would consider a chaotic world. Instability and decay define much of our lives. Real quick. Explorer Fortune 500 consultant Nindy New, 26 money. Namaste, Nindy New. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Beautiful stuff. Nindy New. Gosh dang it. I'm so glad we could spotlight Nindy New. Oh yeah, let's do this before we move on to the theme. Guys, let's go ahead and explore. So this month, June 2025, Explorer of the Month, right? Explorer of the Month. Now, a lot of you already know who this is, and unfortunately, this Explorer, they had a run-in with an abusive mod that we had to deal with. That mod has left the moderation team, so I'm hoping this Explorer will come back. But in the meantime, in honor of their historical, impact that they've had on this program, the very first Explorer to make this financially sustainable at a time that was absolutely necessary. I got laid off my day job. And since then, this has been the bread and butter. This program has been the way that I sustain anything in my personal life. And so in honor of that and in honor of their energy, we, this month, June 2025, are taking a moment to highlight the effort and progress and contributions of a certain Explorer. Guys, please join me in once again highlighting this month's Explorer of the Month. Wow. Thank you so much to Larry Picklejar, wherever you are. Listen, just know that I hold you in my heart and I can't wait to have you back here. We cannot wait to have your energy back here. Namaste to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, communal vision coming in real fast. Here we got a LPJ all the way ? All the way. Well, I don't know where. I don't exactly know where all the way is. I would imagine Larry Picklejar might very well be if all the way is agenda-free TV, then Larry Picklejar is holding it down. Let's just say that. If all the way is agenda-free TV, Larry's holding it down. Let's just say that. Larry's got some opinions, and he's sharing them at agendafreetv.com. Namaste to our brothers at Agenda Free TV. Love to have you on the program, by the way. Love to work with you. Now, Phil Z74, let's get this real quick communal vision. Is it called pickling if I snuggle with a cucumber? No, it's not. The pickling is a very specific process that involves, salt and vinegar and some other things. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on with your personal life that paints a worrisome picture, more so than the other things that you've shared with us. And that's saying a lot, because you share a lot of off color things like that, and that was, I worry about you as your therapist. So let's just leave it there. Let's see how that develops tonight. Now, look, real quick, Pepperoncini with a communal vision. Can't wait to get into this. Namaste to you. Does Larry know he's Explorer of the Month? Not sure. No idea. That's something I have no idea about. That's possible. That's definitely possible. Larry Picklejar may, in fact, know that, but he, who knows? He could be. Is he lurking right now? Can anybody confirm this? Does a moderator with the that window up? Can a moderator let me know? Yeah, everybody just bomb tag him so many times. Let him know, just in case. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. You can say that stuff. He was never kicked out. He was never ejected. He had a point of contention with a moderator that was taken down a peg. We had to spank him, give him a spanking in a very public way. And I've made amends with that moderator, ex-moderator. And now I don't see why Larry Picklejar can't find a home here again. Everybody harass. No, I can't use that word. Everybody just, let Larry Picklejar that we care about him. Send him a message, tag him in some servers, anything he's a part of, everything that he's a part of. M26 MON money. Thank you, Nindy New. Blessings. 26 money. Blessings. All right, guys. It's time to get into our theme, huh? The new age. The new age. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in what I'm sure most of us would consider a chaotic world. Instability and decay define much of our lives on both the short and long term. Well, it wasn't that long ago that it felt like anything was possible. From planes to space travel, from telephone to instant video calls, from religious mystery and oppression to knowledge and freedom, all within the span of a few decades. This period of growth came on the heels of millennia upon millennia of relative stability and stagnancy. It was intoxicating, to say the least, for everyone during these periods of growth, and as a result, we were promised by these people that the fruits of the richest time in human history were products of hard work and would be ours as well, given we follow in their footsteps and trust their understanding of the world. Now, as wild and varied of a group of people that we are here at Explorations, you could point to many things that bind us together here. One of which being the knowledge that this idea of perpetual and uniform abundance and success is, for lack of a better word, bullshit. As the world around us continues to disintegrate and transform into things we no longer recognize, we see beyond their broken promises to the universal constant of ambivalent and rapacious change. Another thing that binds us together is the knowledge that Explorations, the most powerful personal power program in the world, is that way for a reason. It does not run from the violence that we can see all around us and inside of us. And further yet, seeks to leverage the reality of this to harness the true power that courses through each of our veins. Because of this, we, the explorers, find ourselves in a position of tremendous responsibility. As the world continues to disintegrate and pervert itself around us, we alone have the tools by which to unlock human potential. But we also solely possess the perspective to acknowledge, define, and navigate nothing short of a new historical paradigm. The physical scientists of the mid-20th century, following unprecedented leaps and achievements in knowledge since the Enlightenment, once described human beings as the universe observing itself. While this was a cute way to phrase it and inspiring in a chicken soup for the toll booth operator's soul kind of way, this relic of, quote, objectivity is an artifact of privilege and riches, as is clearer to us today. The notion that we could simply observe the universe in order to understand it is a naive, childish heirloom. While this age of reason and progress should be credited for the achievements it fostered, it should also be mercilessly criticized for the arrogance and psychic defenses it provided for mankind, as it emotionally suppressed tremendous flaws and morally laundered some of the worst man-made calamities we've ever known. Now, around the same time this declaration was made, this age of reason, another school of thought emerged with a slightly different take. Unimpressed by what it saw as short-sightedness of, quote, objectivity, as it was being employed by the sciences, some thought leaders and their disciples began a movement informed by a wider perspective and declared a new age, one in which human beings were, quote, the universe experiencing itself. Like the sciences above, this new age group should be credited for its attempts to further the shortcomings of science by integrating certain facets of human subjectivity while attempting to unlock a wider view of human potential. However, like the sciences, it must also be mercilessly criticized for its understandable but ultimately pathetic half measures, its ignorant lust for transcendence or liberation, and the tragic violence done in its name to this day. We, amidst the godless, neurotic sense of progress and pathetic attempts to hold at bay the profound destruction through progress to somewhere or conservation of something, we, the explorers, stand at an immense end of the present moment. As we continue to watch each other, ourselves, and the shared reality that once held us together, let us call out to anyone with ears to hear to declare that this paradigm of disintegration and death as the new age. As we here at Explorations go forth and open our mouths to share this bad news, may our voices be absorbed into nothing all around us as we declare, we are not the universe observing itself, nor simply experiencing itself. As the commotion of being gives way to eternal silence, we are the universe tolerating, enduring, and destroying itself. Now, you might be asking, now what? Well, this is where we as explorers are in a tremendous position. I have built this program from the ground up based on this reality, that we are enduring, in a very real sense, the end times. For our exploration tonight, allow me to ask all of you, how can we leverage our and everything's inevitable end to truly become? How may we sift through the actively disintegrating fragments of reality we believe to be stable to find who we are, what we were truly meant to become, and live a life, however short, that we've only ever dreamed of? Namaste, explorers. The line is open. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. We find ourselves not just in a rough patch, not just in a slump, economically, a politically frayed time. Ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves at the tail end of something much larger than most can understand. And it is our responsibility to declare this the new age. And how can we use that to unlock the power of our true of our true selves? How do we truly become that which we felt we could be all along? Namaste. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
It's Michaela.
Michaela, how are we tonight? How are we doing?
I'm doing good. I just had some ice cream cake that was left over from my birthday.
That's wonderful. That's great news. What flavor of ice cream cake was this?
Reese's. It was from Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, DQ. They make a solid ice cream cake, huh?
Yeah, I mean, not like you would know.
I used to be able to eat it.
Did you actually develop the allergy later in your life?
I did.
That sucks so bad.
To what Kayla here is referring to is my allergy to dairy products, even dairy byproducts, enzymes, any of that stuff. Can't have it.
And it's not even like he doesn't have the enzymes. He can't take a lactase. He just has a reaction.
Nope. I just can't do it. My mouth gets itchy. My esophagus swells up. My stomach starts spasming if it gets bad enough.
That's so much worse than I thought. You truly are the universe enduring itself, Leslie.
As are you. Michaela, tell me, how was your birthday?
It was okay. It was, I don't know. It kind of just felt like any other day.
Doesn't sound good.
I got some good perfumes, though.
Well, as excited as I am about those perfumes, Michaela, I feel as if we have an opportunity here to really explore something. You had an unhappy birthday, Michaela. Phil Z74. Caller, you ever bathe in milk product just to sweat the lactards?
Not yet. Not yet. I did have to bathe in like a weird oatmeal thing when I was a kid, though, because my eczema on my knuckles was so bad that I was bleeding.
Nindinu with a quick communal vision as well. Nindinu, thanks so much for this perspective. Birthday twins, Slay Queen.
Yeah, we shared a birthday. It was nice. Probably not the same year.
Now, listen, one thing you're probably noticing is that when you said that you had a birthday, I did not tell you happy birthday. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't. I wasn't expecting you to. Plus, my birthday's over.
Okay, well, first of all, good. You're further along on this program than I would have assumed. Not Mish, thanks so much for that single bit. Can you give this to Michaela for her B-Day thanks? No.
Thank you, Mish.
Absolutely not. Fran Weard with another communal vision. Also, you're very inspiring to the community tonight, Michaela. Let's go ahead and get into this. How does it feel to have made Craig so mad that he moved to Mexico?
I'm happy I'm that inspiring.
Beautiful. And another communal vision from Orchestar this time. Orchestar says, birthdays are meant to be miserable. Any response?
I mean, not really. I don't even know who came up with the idea for birthdays. Like, did someone just they're like, hey, I got older and we should be happy about that. And then that's just how it started, or who do you think was the first?
Yeah, I don't think it's not that good of an idea. So it's not like somebody had to come up with it or something,
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a little confused about tonight's theme. Is it?
Sure.
Are we just talking? Okay, you said the universe enduring itself.
Communal vision, Phil Z74. Want to pour ping pong balls on Michaela for her birthday, except ping pong balls, white seaweed.
I think Phil's been drinking.
I think that's safe to assume, yes.
Yeah.
Continue. You're asking about our theme tonight, which I love.
Right. Well, I mean, if we're talking sort of about, there's change. I've noticed there's change in life, but then it also we keep doing the same stuff over and over again also. It's not change into new things. It's change into different versions of old things. Right?
There are many things like that, yes.
The reason I bring that up is because I've actually started a list of cultural recession indicators. For example, have you noticed that they started putting names on Coca-Cola bottles again?
No.
Yeah, I doubt there will be a Leslie one. But you walk into Walmart or whatever and it says Susan on a Coca-Cola bottle, and it's oh, I remember that when I was a kid, and I feel like that has to be indicative of something.
Yeah, I don't really. Did they do this before? Did they do this Diet Coke business before?
Coke with names? You never noticed that? That was a thing when I was a kid.
Nope, I do not remember that.
That's sweet. Okay. Well, anyway.
Okay. Continue. Yeah, I want to hear this because then I got a question once you get to the end.
Okay. I've also noticed that music is sounding sort of recession-y again. I'm seeing Kesha next month. Who would have thought that I would see Kesha, right? Or I've seen some new Minecraft parodies. That seems kind of, Also, we're in a war with Iran again.
So, and this to you says what?
It says that, our economy is suffering, and so we return to the things that we have in the past when our economy would suffer.
I think there's something there, Michaela. I think you're very astute and observant.
Thanks.
How does it feel to hear that from me right now?
I can't believe a single word that comes out of your mouth whenever you say it, so I take it with a grain of salt.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. What was your question?
Why can't you believe a word that comes out of my mouth? Why is that?
No, your other question. You said you had a different question.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment, but why can't you believe the words that come out of my mouth, Michaela?
Because I don't know because you're very ironic.
Ironic.
You told me to take a gun from my parents the other day.
Yes, I did, and I meant it. That was not ironic. Namaste, you've been terminated. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you?
What was your question?
Well, I think you're perceiving me as ironic. I think you have a trouble hearing the truth of what I have to share with you, Michaela. I think you have trouble hearing the truth of it. Steal your parents' money, buy a gun, says sociopathogen. Namaste.
No, I listen. I just don't know if I absorb it, you know.
I think this irony is a self-protecting thing on your part, because I'm not being ironic at all. Pepper and Chini, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Chris Tucker doing a little Chinese for him in Rush Hour.
What?
Have you seen the movie Rush Hour with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan?
No, but I know
If you
Well, it's a
haven't
fantastic
chosen
film.
a second
Quote-
favorite race, I can barely describe the untapped potential inside of you, yearning to be realized.
This is one of my favorite quotes because it's brave.
it's very brave.
Okay, now communal vision real quick from Pierogi University. Caller, do you think this is a fucking joke?
No, this is deadly serious. This is so serious.
I think that you called up wanting to do a list, and you kind of very shallowly said you mentioned the theme, and then you just said some shit that you were going to say anyway. Phil Z74, I'm going to have to rob old people to pay for my termy bits.
I mean, I feel like your theme is
Canned
like
spinach.
really rude.
Quote,
Pardon my language,
Quote.
but this stuff sucks dick. And I mean the bad way, like rape.
another very brave. These are some of my bravest quotes.
Yeah. Wait, so if everything you say is completely serious, does that mean that anything that you say on Twitch can be used in things like court or...
Yeah, when the
love that
quote,
people can achieve success and never truly accomplish anything novel or exceptional.
Yeah, when the jackals and rapists come knocking the ATF, the everybody else that wants to really truly destroy any group of people, independent thinkers, truly developing a sort of meta spiritual light among them and trying to share that with the world. Yeah, when they come and they try to use, they can use any of these records against me.
So you would be able to look into the camera and say, my name is Leslie Tanner, this is my show, and none of this is a joke?
Of course, that's kind of implied. I would never mean anything else.
Well, it's not implied. I feel like you should say it, Leslie.
I'm not going to say things just because you tell me to say them.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're kind of afraid.
You're okay, that's that. Fuck off, Michaela. I will hang up on you every time you call for the rest of the night. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Welcome to the new age tonight. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight? Orchestar coming in with a subscription for the 31st month in a row. Explorer Real Estate Agent. Great to have your Prime. That girl talks a lot, says Orchestar. That girl talks a lot. Yeah, she does. She's manipulative, to be honest with you. She calls in and she says, "Oh, the theme? Well, the theme's kind of like this. Anyway, here's some like half-cocked Twitter post that I thought of that I want to say out loud, and I kind of want to derail the show. I want to challenge you and make you look like an idiot in front of everybody, but I'm not going to let that happen." Fran Weart says, "Pretend I came on stage and somberly whispered into your ear. They can pay you to say things just because they tell you. They can pay you to say things just because they tell you to say them, Guru. They can pay you to say things just because they tell you to say them." I don't understand what that means, Fran. Or did you say it backwards? Did you mean to say it the other way? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
Hello, it's Phil. Yeah.
Phil, great to have you. And how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I haven't been calling in a lot. I want to catch up on my life, and I felt like it was topically relevant to the new age.
Right. So okay, yeah, interesting. So yeah, take us into that. So the new age being defined as a period of decay, disintegration of nearly all facets of reality. And yep. So what we're talking about is your life getting worse and you're doing bad.
Yes, I'm terrible.
Okay, talk to me about that. What's going on, Phil?
My father-in-law lives in my basement, and he hates me. He gives me that like side-eye look every day. He's like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?"
Well, you know what's about to get worse because you just got terminated by Fram Weird, who said, "Shut up, bitch." 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. It's Fisk.
Fisk, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight, Fisk?
I don't know. I'm sleepy and I'm hungry as usual.
What was that? You're what and hungry?
I'm sleepy and hungry as usual.
Right. Did you just wake up or are you getting ready to go to sleep?
I know. I woke up like 5 hours ago or something.
Still sleepy, huh?
Yeah, because I didn't eat. I haven't. No, I did, but I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with my body.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Fisk, are you a summer owl or are you a winter fox?
I really prefer the winter, yeah. Summer makes me tired for some reason.
Guys, how many of us in the chat right now are like that? And Hypocryptomatic has terminated you, saying good night, Fisk. Real quick communal vision coming in from Phil Z74. Fisk, how many raccoons sleep in your bed? Thanks so much, Phil. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hey, Big Al, it's Jen.
Jen, great to hear from you. How you doing tonight, Jen? Real quick communal vision before we get started. Your body running low on matcha, Fisk, from Ellie Vanelli. So, Jenny, talk to me. What's going on? How you doing tonight, hon?
I'm doing good. I missed you on Saturday.
You did. You came in late, huh?
I guess you could call it that.
You showed up a little bit towards the end, and you didn't compete in Infatuations, I noticed.
I did not. That was the first time ever, Les.
Yeah, what's up? What happened? Why didn't you compete?
Oh, come on, Les. Oh, boy, oh, boy. What's the topic?
The new age. I, Leslie Tanner, have declared a new historical paradigm. Real quick affirmation for fellows. Lace up those boots all the way up to the top. You always want to be careful when you go on a hike.
That's terrible. There was not even one hot tip in that sentence.
Real quick communal vision coming in from Phil Z74. Can't wait to get into this perspective. Phil Z says, J-Train, were you soups nude and couldn't go on cam?
Look, I'm not getting into politics here with him right now about the soups nudes or anything else. I'm just here to do the program.
Beautiful stuff.
Which seems very difficult to do anymore, Leslie.
Why is that? What's going on? What's going on with you, with Jenny? Why is that difficult?
I just feel like the program's like becoming a joke. That there's a lot of saved people here that live in a proper space, and all of a sudden it seems like a plushie store space.
Well, that's the funny thing, Jenny, is that this program, I'm over here doing the same exact work that I'm always doing, right? I have stepped up to the plate tonight, and I've declared a new
You mean like not pooping or pooping too much?
Historical paradigm. Oh, yeah. I've literally declared I've taken my responsibility as a thought leader very seriously, and I have declared something for history to look back and refer to tonight as the line in the sand.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Big O, tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
What did you declare?
The new age that we're in right now, Jenny.
Oh, no.
Yeah, listen, so the thing about the program is, Nindy knew with a communal vision, if the program becomes a joke, I can't live. I don't understand I don't even understand what could be funny about that.
There's nothing funny about that.
I love this. I love how confident the chat is tonight. I love how many confident little pigs are coming up and just trying to get one on old Leslie tonight. It's not going to work. I'll tell you that right now.
Nobody talks to Leslie in a certain way.
Now, listen, Jenny, so this is becoming a joke, and talk to me. What does it feel for a thing that you need not to be a joke becoming a joke, right? You want to take it seriously, but people aren't taking it seriously. How does that make you feel? Philzy74, hey, Jenny, what exactly do you do here?
Who said that?
That's from Philzy74.
I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question.
Then answer my question.
What is it?
How does it feel to be steeped in a program that you take very seriously and need to be taken seriously? And you're surrounded by people on either side of you that are just not taking it seriously.
It really feels bad.
Bad. Talk to me. What's bad? What's bad? Keep going. What kind of bad?
I want to tell you about the program. May I speak about the program?
Please.
As someone who has been around for many years, and I've gone through the ebbs and flows, right, for many years, even to the point of, God forbid, what happened years ago. I feel lonely. I feel that some kind of an immature force of people that are trying to figure out where they are in life. I love that. But to not understand that people have been here for years, I do not understand that. I do not understand that. The respect that goes with our program.
Real quick communal vision from Philzy74. More flows than ebbs.
Flows and ebbs. Big L, I can't hear it.
Can't hear what?
Was it just big ebbs and flows?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he said bet. Okay. Well, that's, he always, here's the worst part about Phil, is we'll all come on, proving a point, and then Phil just says something
Reverend Cheney with a communal vision. Can you engage with the guru's new historical paradigm instead of blabbing about your life and your hobbit tub, you Philly freak?
Okay, well, we got into an argument
Another quick
earlier.
communal vision from Stone Monster 400. Flows and Ebbs is a 1900s band.
Okay, I had good grammar and good things to say, so I'm sorry that nobody understands what I'm saying and they think I'm reading out of a Shakespearean book, but they don't even have English classes anymore because it's not chill. Excuse me, where were we, Les?
We're in a new historical paradigm, and my followers are too stupid to understand what I'm trying to share with them. to be honest with you.
Oh, God, thank God in heaven you said it.
I'll be honest with you.
That
I'll
makes
be
me wanna
100%
sing.
honest. I have attempted to give you something so mind altering and so prescient. And I've got a bunch of cows that are just mooing at me, clawing at me, trying to get treats they think are in my pocket. Fluxorm Zero, the decay of reality around us has begun to degrade even the strongest of explorers' ability to see the truth. Truly a new age. Fluxorm Zero, see, somebody is getting it, and somebody providing
Now,
perspective
who
that we
said
all
that?
need. Fluxorm Zero.
I'm putting them in my pocket, and they shall stay. Les, I don't want to cry anymore. Now, I've cried.
You're a crier, Jenny.
Inappropriately.
Real quick, communal vision from Orchestar. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny from Orchestar.
Hey, Orc. Hey, I've got things to say, but I just don't want to cry anymore. I don't want us to be lost. There's something being lost, and I run so far away, Les. You know, and we've been here before.
We have, and we'll be here again. This is a place that we must come back
and we
to.
will be here again, won't we?
We must come back here.
Miguel?
Yes?
You know that I will. El, what was the topic again tonight? The new age? The new age.
Communal vision real quick from Duvis Dusseldorf. Namaste, Leslie. The new video you made to describe the new age was immaculate. Like you said, it's for those with ears to hear. Duvis Dusseldorf is really understanding something very critical tonight. Very critical tonight. That
I love that.
You know, a lot. It shouldn't. Communal vision and Fluxorm Zero brings up a very good point. Listen, new age. I'll go through it again. I'll say all that shit again. Storm Monster 400. New ideas, new flexing, big dog ideas age. Namaste, Stone Monster 400.
We're going to come back. We're healthy, we're strong, and it's just a wave. You know, hey, Les.
Pepperoncini, I feel you,
comes?
Jen. Something has changed. The hangout on Saturday sucked and was ruined.
What?
That was from Pepperoncini.
He said Saturday was ruined.
Yep. Yes.
Well, I wasn't there.
Communal vision real quick from Phil C74. Jenny, would you rather have a bird peck your eyes out or listen to one of Pepperoncini's terrible communal visions?
Bird. David. I wasn't there on Saturday because I didn't want to be. And that was the first ever. That was the first.
What did you want to be doing that night, and what did you do?
Well, I didn't want to be there. I got a nice bath, and I did self-care, and I thought about where I want to be in my future, and I definitely didn't want to, excuse me, and I took care of my animals, and my entire place is absolutely
Communal vision
immaculate.
from Pepperoncini. Jen, what are you more likely to find? A needle in a haystack or Phil's tiny penis under his huge belly?
Okay, I feel like he's saying that because I have a caring affinity for Phil. And I'm not sure that he can start pointing fingers at big bellies.
Communal
You know what I
vision,
mean?
I've missed you, Jen. How that puss smell?
What? About the fat puss?
How that puss smell?
Let me tell you something about that fat puss. It's gotten way fatter.
No, not fat.
Now, can you please repeat?
How that puss smell?
Oh, no, not fat. Body positive. It's not a fat puss. It's a bulbous puss. Bulbous. Leslie, do you like using big words?
Sometimes there's just not another word to use. Yeah. I mean, they seem big because you're stupid.
Well, nobody used bulbous yet. They just say fat puss, right? It's bulbous.
You're saying you're going on public record right now saying that you have a bulbous pussy.
It's bulbous.
Okay. Like the labia
I
are
don't even
bulbous.
understand. What?
Like the labia individually are bulbous, or like it forms a bulb.
No, like it's always been like big. When you say labia, you mean the parts on the other side of like the Good Time Charlie part?
Phil Z74 says libidinal.
I've heard that word a lot. I usually was being put out by medicine.
Well, listen, this has been a really great call, Jenny. I really appreciate you calling in and sort of, I would say you showed, not told, certain aspects of the theme tonight about the new age. I really appreciate that.
Do you think we nailed it?
You've been terminated. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Dee.
Dee, brother Dee, how you doing tonight? It's good. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yes, I'm doing well. How are you, Leslie?
I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a fantastic evening with everyone. Well, actually, to be honest, a more complete answer is while I'm having a fantastic evening, I'm having a pretty frustrating evening with my followers tonight.
Oh, yes, they can be very challenging.
They are. They're very challenging tonight.
You must show your strength.
This is a historic moment, not in just my life personally, but in the program and its and the role that this program will have in the history of the world. You know, Kadwala, welcome, and namaste. Welcome to the most powerful personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you, Kadwala.
With Leslie Tanner.
Good to have you. Now, Dee, yeah. So what I'm giving is like really a really important thought to everyone. I've defined a historical paradigm in which we live. I've provided a level of clarity and guidance that some of the greatest minds on earth have failed to provide. And all I've gotten is a series of kind of goofballs calling up and fucking around and claiming that I'm not making any sense, challenging me at a very inopportune time.
Well, it's opportune for them.
Interesting. Communal vision real quick from Phil Z74. The new age sounds a lot like an octogenarian light fart. Speak on that, Phil. I'd love to hear more.
The new age sounds like that?
Yeah, so tonight, Dee, we're exploring the new age. I have defined our historical paradigm right now as the new age. So talk to me. What's going on with you? And we'll find our way to the theme.
Okay, does this new age start today?
It's just, let's see. That's a good question. I'd have to do some work to nail down the exact date.
Oh, okay. Well, as you know, I've been doing this musical. It finally opened last weekend.
Tell us about it. That's right. So we got a thespian here with singing and lines on stage. Dee, very talented. Talk to us about the production, and we'll get our way to the new age.
It's been a good production, you know. I've carried a lot of weight as being, you know, probably the most notable performer on that stage, and definitely the most handsome.
Beautiful. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that for a second.
Absolutely. You know, I've worked with this director. This is the third show in a row I've done with this director. And I tried to, you know, tell her to be a little more fierce. She's a little meek. She should be a little more fierce, you know.
Interesting. So you're dealing with somebody who's a bit of a pussy. It sounds like.
Mayhaps. That's maybe in
and fierce, and you know that's the thing. And in that kind of position, if you feel as if there is space to be filled, ultimately that hurts the vision, doesn't it? Do you feel like that's the case in this example right here with this production, that it's not as good as it could be if she was a little more fierce, as you said?
Well, it gives a little more free rein to the actors, which the thing is, what I say about productions is, you know, like live productions like this, is that all of the stage people, the stage crew people, like the director and like, you know, lights, sound, they're all just dealing with the assholes on stage. You know, because actors, they're full of themselves. They want to talk and be looked at and all that stuff. So, you know, it's like, you know, corralling cats or disciplining children.
Sure. Yeah.
And I've had at this theater, the main director, the main artistic director, I've done some shows with him. He's an old gay.
Sure.
And let me tell you, I remember one of the first nights I worked with him, he was showing me a step. I didn't do it right like twice. And he just said to me, he was like, "No, like this, you little bitch." I was like, "Oh."
How'd that feel to be called a little bitch by an old gay like that?
It was a lot at the time. You know, I didn't hardly know him, but I came to understand. What'd you come to understand? You have to have a certain technique and your even-handedness when dealing with lollygagging thespians. You know, it's
no, absolutely. Well, actors are cows. They need to be corralled. They need to be, you know, given an incentive, a clear vision. They need a straitjacket. They need a direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they need that. It's immoral to not do that. And this old gay that you interacted with previously, when he called you a little bitch, he gave you something more spiritually nutritious at that moment than anything that, you know, anything that being polite could have provided you with.
I concur. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I think having an old queen come up and just berate you publicly, you know, and really just assert their higher status, I think that's like taking your vitamins. That really is. It's like taking your vitamins.
He saw the show I'm doing now, and he came the opening night, and he you know what he said to me? He said that performance was competent. Like,
he said that to you when?
For this most recent production.
And was it like opening night or what?
It was opening night.
He is a bitch. That is so funny.
Yeah, he's yeah. And people don't take kindly to, like, I have actor friends that I've been in other shows with in this show, and they talk in spite of him, but I say no, it is inspiring. His words are inspiring.
And would you say, like, pound for pound, the show that you're in is not as good as one of his shows? This old queenie bitch gay guy?
Pound for pound, it's hard to say because I'm in it, you know, but I can't say I've had a bad time. But pound for pound, I would have to see more of his shows, honestly.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I just respect the strength of the vision and the strength of, you know, if somebody's going to run the show, you're not always going to like him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important to keep in mind. And understanding your role is that's very mature of you. In my opinion. Yeah. If I was a director, which I'm not, I would be overjoyed to have you on the cast.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see you cut a rug. Is there any way we could get a video you cutting a rug from this show or doing a little song, a little number?
No, they don't. They take videos of it, but only for archival purposes. There's only like pictures of me like looking goofy and shit.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision caught your show. The sets were so good, and it was lit well.
Pepperoncini. Out of my life.
It was so nice to do something different.
Did Pepperoncini say that?
No, I'm just kind of adding on to what the vibe of this, like the sort of the spirit of what he was sharing.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah. Well, listen, I believe that so hold on. Before I say that, the show's opened. You're in the run right now?
Yeah, we're doing the last weekend this weekend.
Okay. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. Our crowds were kind of weak, but I've been trying to do a lot of marketing for the show. Like, everybody I see at, like, bars and shit, I'll, like, tell them about it and then, like, send them a link or whatever. But I ran into two people today, like, happenstance, that saw it. Was at, like, this parody talk show live thing with only, like, 11 people there. And one of the guys running it had seen my show. But it's going good. I feel good.
Good. Well, that's good. Well, really savor the bitterness of the end. I want you to make sure that, like, really sink yourself into the emptiness that is waiting for you the day after closing night. Okay? That is if I was going to give you some homework for the end of your run, I think that's what I would say is really don't hold back. Really lean into the emptiness and lack of direction that is waiting for you at the close of this show.
I will, but I won't cry.
Yeah, don't cry. You cry sometimes?
Do I cry sometimes? Sometimes. Not at the end of shows.
Okay, that was my question.
I'm usually like, thank God this is over. Now I can have some free time.
Do you do that thing where everybody talks to each other after the show like they're still the characters?
Absolutely not. No way.
Have you know what I'm talking about?
Not really. It sounds like some sort of method thing.
No, I just think it was annoying. Maybe it was. It was a party after I was in a play and we did a party after one of the shows, and several of the actors kept talking to each other like they were the characters, like, "Oh, Papa Ralph, oh, you have or something," and like using little fucking voices and stuff. And I was just kind of curious whether you do that.
It's funny. Ralph is actually my character's name.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
We are connected, aren't we?
Yeah. I like to do bits and characters in social settings, but I'm not gonna bring up an old theater character to flaunt to someone. It's got to be new and inspired, and it's got to match the moment.
It's got to be exactly. You're a talented creative man with standards. Well, listen, Dee, I really appreciate you calling us and keeping us abreast. But before you go, let me plant this seed, this new age, as I've trying to share with people, but people are just not wanting to listen to me tonight. The new age is a new historical paradigm, not defined by progress, not defined by achievement, not defined by awareness, but by the pointlessness of those things and the impossibility of achievement in general.
Leslie, can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Before I go, that I've I agree. The new age, I do think is upon us. You know, I used to be a daily stoner.
Sure.
And I hadn't smoked weed for about 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
And I recently started to dabble again. And these kind of enthralling, pointless conversations that I've been having have been just stupendous. I feel like I've been reaching reaching clinical connections with people, and I haven't said a thing.
This is why I love my drug users. You know, this is why I love my drug users and my drug abusers. This is why I love them, because it's not, you know, it doesn't come at a certain cost to their personal and creative and professional and spiritual lives. Certainly. You know, however, I do believe that they're able to see beyond a veil that most of us non-drug abusers are sort of plagued by. They're able to see through something and snatch onto something. And it is the kind of this malaise, this pointlessness, and they're able to coexist with it just for a moment. And I think that's exactly what's happening with these little conversations. I love this. Well, listen, all the best. I really hope. Yeah, follow that. Maybe this is the beginning of a brand new end for you. Starting to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a gateway to something much worse.
Absolutely. And also, before I go, new song out, Dylan Donovan. It's called Sugar Not Included. Check it out on streaming. You freaks.
Brother, if you don't put that in the Discord, I'm gonna come find you. Put that in the damn Discord.
I'll put that in the damn Discord.
Please. Please. Well, listen, Didi, it was wonderful to speak with you. Listen, and now that you're entering the show, don't be a stranger, all right? Give us a call back when you can.
Sounds good. You have a good night, Leslie. Namaste.
Namaste, Didi. What a treat. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Did I hurt your feelings, Leslie? Did I hurt your feelings?
No, you did not. No. You can't. I don't respect you enough for you to be able to hurt my feelings, Michaela. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
That's Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini, welcome back to the program, brother. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Guru. How are you?
Oh, I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a great night tonight. Frustrating, but good.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping to alleviate some of that frustration. I'd love to talk about the topic.
Please. Pepperoncini, I'd love to. So the topic that we're referring to tonight is welcome to the new age. We are declaring that we are in a new historical paradigm tonight, the new age. Talk to me about that. So you listen to that intro. You've seen how difficult it is for a lot of the chat to just wrap their tiny, weak little minds around it. Talk to me about how you understand what I shared and your reaction to it.
I mean, to me, the new age is the application of the tenets of the program at a societal level. So, right, we can just look to those to map it. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, starting in the micro and going way out to the macro, applying that which we practice here every day on the call-in show, but really applying those tenets to all of humanity right now across Earth. Yes. Interesting way to think about it. I mean, that's how I thought about it. You know, I think about these tenets and whatnot all the damn time. So I appreciate you saying so. Now, communal vision. Philzy74 says, free Pepperoncini. He's already free, but is not funny. Any response?
Well, I mean, I hate to call it out, Leslie, but you did laugh when I was talking about his small penis being covered by his Peter Griffin-like beer belly.
Yeah, there's just something. There's something about the way you did it that got really tickled me. Something about you really just kind of went for it.
Yeah, and then Nindinu just slammed it home. He just got the fucking grand slam at the end with the pussy smell.
Yeah, that really took That really tickled me too. Nindy New, hey Pepper, what is the most important step of the program?
I think the one that's the most relevant is relax.
Interesting. So speak on that. What do you mean relevant, and why is that the case?
Because I think at this point, our society has kind of created this situation where we always have to be on alert, and we can never actually truly not relax in the Leslian sense, right? Like the new age, it is this understanding that the pressures of everything in the world are going to continue to attack us. And even if we do nothing, right, if we do not attempt to achieve, they're still going to gnaw at us and pull our skin and flay us apart. And that's exactly the first tenet of the program, right, is to enter that state of relaxation where you can never not be thinking about the obligations, responsibilities, basic needs for survival for us to exist. It's always on our mind, and it's always gnawing at us and ripping our skin apart.
Exactly. Now this is, it sits at a nexus of many things, you know, this, and it's all just there in the present moment. It sounds simple. This is why I can't stand the Buddhists, right? Because, you know, you start talking about the present moment with those people, and you start thinking that, you know, we're just 1 degree removed away from a little fucking resort and being fed grapes, getting our balls or labia powdered.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am speaking about here is that this present moment is where we find the new age, is where we find these external circumstances that are gnawing at our mind and body at all times, as you said. This new age is simply the historical paradigm of being destroyed by the present moment at all present moments. Communal vision from Dreadlock. So is you saying you trying to get some of that new and the age needs to be how old again? Asking for my friend Leo.
TOS 18. And yeah, I mean, the desire for new and probably the failure that like most young men have in getting it, right? Especially the people here on Twitch who are watching, the young men who cannot get laid at all.
Which there are many.
Thinking about it. Constantly thinking about it, right? Like it defines them in a way that is relaxing. So yeah, I think that does align. But yeah, 18 at least. I think
18.
Just for TOS purposes. 18.
And also that kind of just made me think of when you said TOS 18. First of all, 18. Yes, of course. That is what we believe and hold to be true. Hypocryptomatic. Before I finish that thought, though, communal vision from Hypocryptomatic, saying cheer wall. If anybody ever wants to talk shit about me ever again, go ahead and stick that hand in here so they see the reality of this. Yep, of course. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something I can call you tonight? As soon as the TOS goes at Twitch, then
yeah,
the dam bursts. Well, anyway, like we were talking about, we're talking about the new age, and it is such a treat to speak to you directly about this and its importance, because I feel what's your reaction to seeing this go over the vast majority of the chat's head tonight?
I just think that sometimes it takes time to socialize people. It needs to be spoon-fed, or they need to have things in which they can relate to more easily. When you are up there giving, which, you know, I really enjoy a presentation like that, and I get a lot from it, but some people, they just aren't you have to ride the Explorations bus every day. And if you're not riding it every day, you're going to get left behind, and you're not going to have an understanding of the core fundamental principles to really get enough out of that. Right? Like, that's an advanced material.
I know.
In my mind. So
I mean, that was...
They should be lucky they got it, honestly. But, they don't know. They're just saying, I had a hard day because it was my birthday, and it kind of just felt like a normal day, and I'm in a play, and the Hobbit tub is too small, and I have a small penis. And that's been the call tonight. That's been it. That's
been the vibe. That's been you pretty much hit the nail on the head. Now, I knew going into it, you brought up something interesting. I knew going into this that when I have something to share like this new age business, this truly is, that is pure program material, ladies and gentlemen. That is the pure uncut stuff, the stuff that this program is built upon. Now, when people come in, they call in, they have some fun, they goof around and chat. We mix that work and play in that very, very signature way. Real quick, Phil Z with a guided meditation. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. Okay, so you shoot me down.
Epic fail, Phil. You need to do 400 for a penis. Epic fail.
I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down. But it's you who will have further to fall. Ghost town and haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bullied. Nothing to lose. Fire away. Fire away. Ricochet. You take your aim. Fire away. Fire away. The bullets enter your stomach. It's much more painful than you ever dreamed it would be. And you've been dreaming of this day for a very long time. All right, Phil, that was for Phil. Namaste, Phil. Appreciate that. Guided meditation.
Wow, that was like Phil fucking up and creating something beautiful.
I know. That was
Holy
Phil.
Shit.
I know. Phil created a moment for everyone right now. There's about 127 people watching right now, and we all just had a moment together.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I appreciate, though, I got to say this, Sheen, as a former moderator here, I've come to, really respect certain facets of your mind, certainly take you seriously as an explorer. Real quick, Phil Z, with a communal vision, kind of like your life, Pepperoncini. Man. Well, Pepperoncini, it's been, like I was saying just a moment ago, there's certain aspects of your mind, not all of them certainly, but certain aspects of your mind that I've truly come to respect, and your ability to really see the program for what it is and put those tools to work in your life to their fullest extent is an aspect of you that I really genuinely appreciate. I still consider you a leader here, even though you're not a moderator.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a good fit, right? Leading, there needs to be leaders that aren't moderators. I will take on that mantle. I'm here. I'm here to be a part of the program. I'm here to work it.
Yeah, and we all appreciate that. We all really appreciate
Phil
that.
saying I self-promote so well. I've talked about myself so much tonight. That's so true, Phil. But just remember, we got Talking Tanner. That's a great show, Phil. Talking Tanner. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Yep.
Gave you a terrible review of your date on Infatuations. I mean, you failed miserably. You absolutely just ate shit. That was Talking Tanner. So that's what we do.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And when do we think is the next Talking Tanner that we got coming up?
I think when the stars align, so What's Up Catsup, a.k.a. Toaster, a.k.a. Wuku, he has an interesting sleep schedule.
He does.
So it's just it really is around that quite often if he's awake. Even though he watches every show, apparently, sometimes he is asleep in a way that makes it impossible. I don't know how it adds up, but
yeah, I don't believe that stuff that he watches every show. I think he watches for a time to call in, and then he calls in, and then I don't believe that stuff. I think sometimes he takes the program seriously when he sees a benefit in it, but sometimes he's had this whole mask arc for the past 6 months, and I think which I think is great. But once this runs its course, he'll be back to the program and looking for answers again.
You're so right. He has been on that mask. It's because we meet up in person. He's been wearing like a yellow zoot suit whenever we hang out.
A yellow zoot suit.
Yeah, and he paints his face green. It's so weird.
Oh, and you've been terminated by Phil Z74. Namaste.
Have a good night, Guru. Good night.
Taco Shinobi, namaste. Affirmation for fellas real quick. Let's get that in. I have to affirm fellas 1 second. Affirmation for fellas, listen. If you haven't checked out Mission Impossible 2 yet, it is truly astounding how much better than the original it is. Check out Mission Impossible 2 in theaters. On home video. Namaste, Taco Shinobi. Thank you so much for those bits, by the way. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. How are you doing tonight? It's Reverend Cost.
Reverend, it all costs money. Namaste to you. Welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight?
I just woke up about 40 minutes ago, so it's going pretty good. Did a dab, and now took a shit, and now I'm talking to you.
Beautiful. Well, listen, tonight I'll go ahead and give you the quick rundown of the theme since you just woke up. We are declaring a new historical paradigm. We have turned the page for all of humankind tonight. We have turned from modern times, from postmodern times, from the new age. We find ourselves in the new age, not defined by progress, achievement, or awareness, but by the pointlessness and impossibility of all those things. The tail end of all being.
Neat. How can I contribute? Even more so than I already have been.
Well,
I like this idea.
Yeah. So right. This is honestly, tell people about the program. Tell people about this. I would say this. What I think is going to happen if I'm understanding this accurately, which I believe I am. Tonight is a night that historians and academics and everyone will look back on tonight, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. They'll point to it to say, this was the line in the sand. We were the first people to declare, to give shape, to define, to label that which had evaded the greatest minds on earth. As we watch our planet decay in every direction, anything that held us together sort of disintegrate, we declare a new age.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Roku's Basilisk, and I've been actively trying to help bring about the Mega Brain supercomputer that's going to put us all into hell or heaven, depending on whether or not we actively try to bring its existence to fruition. Does that count as part of the new age?
I mean, it's everything that we do, it's a whole historical thing. So I think you're doing your part in making it worse, for sure.
Yes, definitely. Fantastic. So less recycling, more microplastics in our veins. Yeah, it seems legit.
So tell me, so you're an AI guy. You're one of these AI guys?
love AI. I think AI is the future, and I hope it replaces all of us very soon.
Now listen, imagine this chat, which is true to an extent, but imagine this chat full of a bunch of people who fucking hate AI. They hate everything that you're about to say. They hate, and it's just kind of this shapeless anger. I want you to kind of steel man. I want you to give us the argument for why AI is the future and why people should, either believe in it or just give up and get on the bus.
Get left in the dust, nerds. Like, if you all don't want to pray to our new electronic gods, then you're just gonna get left behind. You're gonna. It's like the writer's going. The typewriter's going to ruin writing. Photography is going to ruin painting. The people who literally used to light the street lights with long sticks and torches, or oh no, electricity is going to ruin the gas lamp. Yeah, well, good. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh no, so people don't have 30,000 hours to dedicate to learning how to play the piano. Well, good. They can get the music out of their goddamn head by just telling an AI what they want to hear, and the AI will make it for them. I'm all for it.
Phil Z74, bro, I'm thinking AI should just ride a scooter at Disney World. Am I right?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm nerd. Yeah, get wrecked.
And so AI artists, talk to me about AI artists. There's a lot of hubbub. I started kicking around. I don't know if there's any. I've started kicking around with some artists in a group chat, and it's been very interesting to sort of hear the way they speak and think, and they're a lot of them are using this AI business to create their art. So talk to me about AI art specifically. Are you? I take it you're for it.
100% for AI art, AI video game creation, AI movie generation, all of it. Anything that allows the human being to be more creative. If AI is going to allow people to see the movie that they want to see, let's say I would put Rutger Hauer, Fred Astaire, and I don't know who's somebody's dead, John Wayne, in a movie together fighting Terminator robots. I should be able to go into an AI and be like, bam, write me a script with these 3 actors, put them on the screen, and let me watch the movie of my dreams without having to pay actors or score writers or script writers. I really think we should be able to bring our creative minds to life without having to pay someone else to do it.
So here we go. We've got Dreadlock. AI is bad. It makes me angry. I had a girlfriend. She left me for this dude she met online at a coding workshop. 30,000 hours of me imagining AI mocking me, doing weird gurgle noises to mimic sex acts, and code makes AI. Any response to that?
Get left behind, loser.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you already got left behind. His girlfriend said...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, his girlfriend said later. Poor with a communal vision, farts, poop, and pee.
One criticism I have of the enlightened, either religious or secular, is that their hysterics about the end in whatever direction aren't nearly hysterical enough. Their flailing becomes yet another defense against an internal calamity, the scale of which they can't even whisper aloud to themselves.
Go ahead, say it again.
I said that's interestingly on point for tonight's topic of the new age.
I know, right? There's something. I think tonight's a very poignant night, and I think a lot of people don't like that.
Well, that's a them problem. They need to get with the program, literally.
Well, if we're sitting around playing grab ass and jerking each other off for 4 hours, and I'm sure they would enjoy that. But sometimes you got to eat your vegetables. Okay. Now I'm gonna say communal vision. Poor says clown flying helicopter looks worried about bear on passenger seat. 2 ducks fucking passionately canvas underwear. Man figuring out how hinges work.
That was definitely a string of words put together.
Real quick communal vision from Dreadlock. What do you know? Do you know her? Did you know what was going on? Question marks?
I know she left you, bro.
Yeah. Sounds like AI already beat your ass to some extent, right? Did she leave for an AI boyfriend or a guy that she met at boot camp? Dreadlock, go ahead and fill us in.
We're here. We're here. But I'm definitely down with the new age. No more apologizing to people for being who you are. If they don't like you or your actions, then that's a them problem. As long as you are willing to take responsibility. Oh, fuck it. Even if you're not willing to take responsibility for your actions, you still shouldn't apologize because that was the choice you made and that's who you are, right? Like, I love the program. I have adopted it, and I think the world is going to learn to adopt it eventually.
I have a question for you. A little quick communal vision before I ask you a question about this AI stuff. Pepperoncini says, conversation with my therapist, me, I jerked off again. AI Daenerys Targaryen. I hope it was to me. So if you can imagine a future in which we get to receive sexy therapy from an AI Daenerys Targaryen, you know, dragons and whatnot, poor lies. You should feel shame and apologize profusely.
Sure. Have you been on the program? Are you familiar? Have you ever watched Leslie Tanner speak or listened
Also,
to
just
his work?
familiar with your personality. Also, Dreadlock. Do you think personally she misses me, or do you think AI is bad? Which one?
I think that is a dumb question.
I'll let you handle that
There
one.
is such a thing as stupid questions. That one's absolutely terrible because it pigeonholes you into non-realistic choices.
Now, do you think that is there a source? Bit Wars 50 bits. No, really appreciate that. Beyond generous. Good to see you all. Also, by the way. I combined the two phrases. Now, as I was saying, is there a way to produce, graphic violence with AI?
I hope so. I sure as shit hope so.
So this is the problem. This is the problem that I have with AI so far. Okay?
Too many limits?
Yes. Too many limits. And these limits, not just unlimiting for the sake of not having limits, is like if we're truly going to take seriously the full expression of our humanity, the true extent of human potential, if we are going to use these tools to truly free our minds, then we need to remove the guards between us and the parts of us that we maybe don't like. Right now, what I see is this kind of like really flattering neo-lib Hall of Mirrors kind of clown circus thing where we all get to act like we're, thin, putting IKEA furniture together and never saying anything homophobic or something like this.
Yeah, dude, it's family circus in the making. At least they're trying, but fuck that, man. Give me some Chainsaw Man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to see some. I want to remove. I want to see humanity express itself through this perversion.
I'm going to say the dark parts out loud. I think people who have sexual attraction to children should be able to use this as an outlet.
Oh God!
Use AI as an outlet, so as not to hurt real people.
Oh God! Okay, well, namaste.
That's what I'm saying. But
No.
Violence.
Namaste. Well, it's not to us, I don't think. But namaste.
Oh, all right.
Probably,
Namaste,
maybe.
sir.
I'm gonna terminate it just to be safe. Namaste.
Understandable. But you see what I'm saying.
Yep. Okay. Namaste. Pepperoncini, you can 100% generate any image without any restrictions on your local computer. The only people using this technology are just making naked women with it, not amazing depictions of brutal violence. Sick, sad world. Namaste. Pepperoncini, did your communal vision show up? Either way. Well, namaste, everybody. Beautiful first half of the... I won't say beautiful. Beautiful is not an accurate word. We are having a beautiful... No, I wouldn't say beautiful. We are having a night, and we are having a challenging night, and I am challenging you, ladies and gentlemen of explorations. Tonight, I have done something so brave, so controversial, and what will come to be so historically important. I have declared a new epoch of human history. a new paradigm in which we find ourselves, thinking, feeling, and interacting on the most fundamental level of human anything. We find ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, in the new age, one defined not by progress, not by enlightenment, but by the impossibility of all that came before it, the tail end of all being. Namaste. Not only do we find ourselves in this paradigm, ladies and gentlemen, this new age is the groundwork of the most effective personal power program in the country. The most effective personal power program in the country thrives on the new age. Pepperoncini, I think we should use AI to do experimental surgery on It All Costs Money. Namaste. Pepperoncini, namaste. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Blessings and namaste. I think we should use, So listen, namaste to you. I'm gonna take a break. I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta take a piss. Pepperoncini, putting forth the idea we should use AI to do experimental surgery on It All Costs Money. It All Costs Money sharing a hypocryptomatic. So we're coming home. Namaste. Okay, guys, I gotta take a piss. We'll be right back in a little bit with the second half of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to you all. Blessings. I'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light on patreon.com. Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. A dictionary. I know what's in here. Words. And I can't read them. I do not read, I cannot read. Now, a lot of people live their lives reading and extolling the benefits to others about what reading can do in their life. Downloads of all or the skeptic's gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, explorers. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's me, Leslie, host, creator, and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations. Now, that was a couple words about my community of devoted light. Really beautiful stuff over there. A podcast, videos, music downloads. We've got a couple nicer things for the uppermost tier. My $25 a month. If you're a part of that for 3 months, I start sending you some physical merch.
I have
beautiful
a recurring
stuff.
dream in which my body is taken against its will by a large, dark pink flower floating above my childhood home. I convulse and shoot foam from every hole until I shrivel up like a craisin. It's excruciating, each and every.
Absolutely indeed. Namaste. Thank you so much for that Bit Wars, for that quote. Beautiful quote of mine. Thank you so much for sort of invoking that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, it's great to be back with you. I don't know, is Little Miss Whatever here still? Is Little Miss Whatever still here? Because if not, I can wait until I've got a piece of her mail. Is she here? I got her postcard, finally. What the fuck? Nope. Maybe I don't. Well, whatever. Is she here, actually? Is she, if not, whatever. I'll just wait. I'll save it. Spherinder, you're not a shadow band. I see you. I see you, and I'm saying your name. You're not a shadow to me. You're real. You're as real as it gets. Spherinder at youtube.com. I see you. Don't worry about that. Now, guys, here we are. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. Tonight is a very special night. Like I said, we are declaring a new historical paradigm, the new age. Now, if you missed the opening spiel about that, you're absolutely going to want to go back and watch the VOD. Absolutely go back and watch the whole description of what it will come to be known as nothing less than a globally historic event tonight. That we drew the line in the sand and we gave shape to reality. We gave shape to reality. Tonight, us, through the most effective personal power program in the country and the world. And in this new age, to put it briefly, is an age not defined by progress, knowledge, freedom, awareness. No, ladies and gentlemen, is defined by the impossibility of all those things. As reality collapses into a black hole, we see the truth that progress itself was impossible. At the end of all things, of that which swallows the very thing that births awareness, that births progress, that births language with which to describe those things. Ladies and gentlemen, amidst the end of all ends in which we find ourselves, we understand that effort was pointless, achievement impossible. And not only do we have a program to meet reality as it exists, ladies and gentlemen, this power program, this personal power program is built to thrive in this context, built to thrive in the end. Namaste. Let's open up the line back up. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Now, I knew this theme was not going to be for everyone tonight. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you?
I know that I'm ready for the new, what is it? The next level?
The next level, the new age.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, the next level is where our power comes from, right? It's a place of like the plane of having became. Do you know what I mean? We have fulfilled our potential. We have unleashed the extent of our power, and that is the power of the next level. That is where our true self resides. Does that make sense?
Right, and I'm at the next level, so what's the new level?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that that's true. I wouldn't say that you're on the next level.
I'm pretty sure that I am, but what would be the new level then?
No, you're mistaken. You're not on the next level.
Don't big dick me right now. Just say I'm on the next level and tell me what the new level is, please.
I think it's important that we clarify this. Real quick, Phil Z74, caller, do you have a boner? Raise your eyebrows.
Okay. Answer given. Listen, I didn't like when I took Viagra. I felt like it made my heart race and it made my dick too large.
Communal Vision from Night Year. Hey, Mike, do you want me to go ahead and terminate you sooner or later?
How did he even know it was me? I mean, honestly, I don't got to...
You have a very distinct voice. Fluxstorm Zero with a Communal Vision. Fluxstorm Zero, thanks so much, Flux. Appreciate this perspective already. Caller, do you even own one bathtub? You sound like a hose washer.
My bathtub has been in better condition than it is right now. I do have a tub, and I
You've been
also
terminated.
have one of those...
You've been terminated.
No, that's...
Communal Vision from Pepperoncini. Phil, are you able to tell if you have a boner?
He definitely can't tell.
And why is that?
I mean, the miniature nature of it, I mean, how could you? It's like telling if a toothpick is, soggy or, not soggy. I mean, think about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see what you're saying, yeah. I appreciate that. Now, Night Year, thank you so much for those 1,000 bits, by the way. I really appreciate that.
Thank
Brother
you,
Night Year.
Yeah,
Brother Night Year of Explorations. Brother of Devoted
I
Life.
thank Night Year, too. Good job, Night Year. Thank you, Night Year. Thank you. Can I say thank you again, Night Year?
Now, let's talk to you, Angry Mike.
Right.
Okay, it's important that we clear up that you are not on the next level.
Why would you say that? What even indicates to you that I have not mastered this program up and down?
Do you see how pissed off you are? This is a perfect example of why you're not on the next level. Night Year with a Communal Vision. You want another one, Mike?
Hey, every bullet you got, dude. You don't think I got a redial button? Watch. I'll just, redial button's easy. So go ahead, do it. I want you to do it. Quite frankly, I want you to do it to demonstrate new levels that Leslie isn't explaining to me. He's sitting here telling me I'm not on the next level like I'm some type of asshole.
(708-240-8953). Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner.
Call in.
Angry Mike being a very important caller here, and you just kind of calling up saying that he's personally very important to you.
Yeah, I just want to call in and just say Angry Mike is so cool, and I love that when he calls. And I really love when he's able to call back. That's one of my favorites.
And so he called back in a couple times tonight, at least once.
Yeah,
I guess.
I loved it. Oh, it was so good.
Right. Tell
He's
you, what
so
are
angry.
What are some other things that you like about Angry Mike?
I love that he's angry. I love that he got lost in the woods once. That was really fun. I love that he's just he needs validation from you and you refuse to give it to him.
Well, this is exactly the point. Did you see how upset he got when I wouldn't give him his little gold star?
Yeah. Oh no. And he's done that over and over again.
Right. He calls in. He wants his little. He wants his little puppy dog pat on the head, and he wants a little treat. He wants a little bit of doggy peanut butter treat.
Cone. He wants that pup cone.
He wants that pup cone. And listen, it's not that I get titillated at the idea of not giving him a little pup cup. Phil C74. Caller, if, and I mean big if, you are wearing panties, what kind of panties? That's from Phil Z74.
A lady never tells, Phil.
Beautiful. Now, listen, it's not that I particularly, consistently get a joy out of not giving him a pup cup. I'll be honest, sometimes I do. Sometimes it makes me happy to deprive him of that which he wants so badly. So badly. And it makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel smart and good. And I relish in that. I really enjoy that feeling.
Well, I think it's important, and I think you know this, and but it's important for the pup to get a treat. He needs to do a trick, and the trick is engaging with the program, and he just refuses to do that. He just wants the treat.
Well, here's the thing that I was going to share is that this business of calling in and getting upset, that right there shows that categorically that you are not of the next level. You have so much power waiting inside of you still, Nindy New or Angry Mike. What if I said, Angry Mike, you're right. This is it. This is the extent of your power, the extent of your potential.
Yeah, it's because I had a thought before when we were doing when I called in, and it ties back to this. And I'm glad I have a chance to bring it back around. Is Buddhism, right? They talk about how the path to enlightenment is suffering. And you said, people think that that hitting that enlightenment, it's all pup cups and treats. But in reality, the suffering is what gets you to enlightenment, because then you realize that enlightenment is just suffering.
Really, it's there is no enlightenment.
It's just you continue to suffer.
You're doing it already, and it's a waste of time, and there's nothing to even get out of it in the first place.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I wanted to call about. It was just really to talk about that. Talk about how great see, now you got me doing it.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
That goofball.
I'm not sorry.
That's Fram's fault. Fram did it earlier. It's his fault.
Soul Monster 400 with a communal vision. Angry Mike is nothing but pure Mac Daddy material. Thank you so much, Sony. He does have that aspect to him. I'm not saying he doesn't pull pussy. I would never say that. I would never say that about him. You can tell he's got a magnetism to him that's just irresistible. People love that power.
I think he would do well in the big dog idea era. Show Monster, just something to think about. Anyway, I don't want to keep you from other callers. It's important that I think other callers are able to call in. So thank you so much, Guru, and have a wonderful night.
Of course. Namaste. Namaste, Pepperoncini. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
How you doing, Leslie? It's Toaster.
Toaster, how are you doing tonight? Brother Toaster.
How you doing tonight, Leslie?
I'm doing great, Toaster. It's great to hear from you. I was hoping that you would be able to call tonight. We're talking about really big ideas tonight.
Yeah, I'm going for fifth to last call of the day, but also quick question on how the calls work. So if someone gets terminated within like, let's say like 1 minute of calling, does that count as a call that would like get in the way of like, like a call order number? Or I really need to know how this works. I need to know how the system works.
You call in and then I answer the phone. That's it.
Yeah, but say like I'm going for like fifth to last caller of the day. And say like one person calls after me, full call, solid call. Then like another person calls and they get terminated a minute in. And then after those two people call, like four other people call. Does that person that got terminated, does that not count as a call? So that like, how does it work? What constitutes as a call? I need to know.
You call. That's it. You call, you get through. That's a call. You get hung up on from a termination. But
say like I'm going for third call of the day, okay? And like there's a first caller of the day. There's a second caller that gets terminated. Like let's say like 1 minute in the call, and then another caller calls in. Is the next caller the third caller of the day, or is that the second caller of the day? Because the actual second caller got terminated like let's say like 55 seconds in, or
no, that counts as a call. Yeah,
55 seconds in counts as a call.
Yeah.
Okay. What about 1 minute? Let's say 1 minute.
Sure.
That's a call. Okay. Let's say like 2 minutes. Terminated 2 minutes in.
Listen, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't that count?
So anything like even if it's an instant termination, that counts as a call. That's all I'm trying to find out. Leslie?
Yeah, it all counts as a call. I don't. What do you?
Everything. If a call is a call, is what you're saying. I just want to get that once and for all. A call is a call once and for all. Can you say that for me, Leslie? Just so I know how the whole system works.
Yeah, a call is a call, once and for all.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm going for fifth to last call of the day. Oh, shit. That might be... Oh, that's going to be... We're going to have to keep an eye on that one, Leslie. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I said it, so I'm going for it. Like... I know the show. I know how the show goes. I have a...
Okay, so anyway, we're discussing this new historical paradigm that I have announced, the new age.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the program so far tonight, Toaster?
Yeah.
And what do you think about this very brave thing that I've done?
I for one think it's great. I honestly love it.
Yeah, what do you love about it?
Just like the whole atmosphere, the whole vibe.
What is the how would you describe the vibe? How would you describe the vibe? How would you describe the vibe?
Before I get into how I would describe the vibe, let me just tell you how much I appreciate the aesthetic.
Jessica Bears with the communal vision. Toaster, I think you should aim for cutest call.
I don't always answer communal visions, but sometimes I do when I feel like it. And in this case, I will answer Jessica Bears. I go for that every day. And I get it. I get it every day. Not every day. Every time I call.
Bit Wars, I think you're onto something. And that's what we're going to try to expose that right now. Now, go ahead. Try to describe what that means, right? Communal vision coming in from Communal vision from Pepper and Genie. Hi, Toaster. I'm so glad you are a part of my life. Also, did you get your Michaela fix?
I got my Michaela fix. I did get that Michaela fix. I did get that. And then...
All right, well, Toaster, the Jazz Express has begun, so you'll be coming with me along on this journey together.
I'm going to do that, and then I wish I could really talk about my thoughts and opinions on the vibe and the aesthetic and all that. But I know you got a Jazz Express you got to do, so I'm going to let you do that. Great stuff. Remember, everybody, fifth to last call. So let's keep track of those calls. And you heard it from Leslie himself. A call is a call, once and for all. So I'll bid you all.
No. I need you to describe the new age in your words. Go.
No one wants
Yes,
to hear me.
do it. If you
talk
don't
over
do that, then you're going to do irreparable damage to our relationship.
Play that saxophone, baby. Play
You are
that,
going to
baby.
hurt
Go
us
on.
if you do not.
No.
If you do not put the words Bit Wars gifting 5 community subs. Bit Wars, extremely generous of you, brother. Namaste to Bit Wars. Shout out Bit Wars. Blessings to Bit Wars. Namaste to Bit Wars.
I'm gonna let you get to the jazz. No one wants to hear.
No. Go ahead and say what the new age is in your words. Go ahead.
Well, you gotta get playing that saxophone.
Don't worry about that. I'll go ahead and do that while you explain what the new age is.
Okay. Yeah, are you playing? Go. Yeah,
I'm about to.
play.
Go ahead. Let's do it at the same time. I can
Okay.
listen and play at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's both start at the same time. Ready?
Let's start at the same time.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. I want you to understand that for the rest of this program, I will never contribute a single bit of jazz to Toaster ever again. I will never dedicate an ounce. Every single time I'm coming up on here to do Jazz Express, know that every single second of a Jazz Express will be devoted to all explorers except for Toaster. Toaster will never receive the vibrations developed and conjured by the Jazz Express. That is official policy by me, Explorations founder Leslie Tanner. Never will Toaster receive an ounce of the sensuality that we are developing here together on Explorations. Pierogi, thank you so much for those 9 bits, by the way. Pierogi, 11 bits, 9/11, having some fun with 9/11. Thank you so much, Pierogi. Not Mish, add this to your treasure train, you fucking hack. Not Mish says. That's that kind of, see, Not Mish having a bad night, huh? Not Mish is having a bad night. Not Mish, she likes to come on here. She says, oh, why don't you listen to me, right? Just because you don't take the program seriously, sweetheart. You don't take this. You do not take it seriously. You come on here and you do it when it suits you, and then other times you call me a fucking hack. You look to disrespect me in front of the about 30,000 people that are watching right now. Open disrespect, and that's after. You guys remember earlier the stream? She stuck her hand in here to ask me to open a jar of spaghetti. All right, it doesn't get less girl power than opening up the studio of your very successful temporary roommate to ask, can you open up a jar for me? Oh yeah, is that really Spice Girls? Is that really Sporty Spice? Is that really Pussycat Dolls material? Namaste. Mish told me the truth, so we love Blessed Suffering. Well, namaste. 300,000 people watching, yeah. I'm not exactly sure where this sentiment's coming from. She called me a hack, and I'm not going to say. Listen, what I'm doing tonight is of historical importance for the entire world, ladies and gentlemen. I've declared a new historical paradigm, and you cows can't open up your ears for 5 seconds to listen and receive the rare jewels that I'm giving you. Go to another Twitch stream and see if any of those jackals give you half of what I give you. I guarantee you they don't. They give you the Fortnite. They give you the just chatting. They give you the this, that, and the other. They will not give you the clarity and guidance of a new historical paradigm. They will not give you a personal power program to thrive within that historical paradigm. Yeah, you listen. Sometimes you ring the bit wars. Thank you so much for those bits. Sometimes you ring the bell for a nice 5-course meal, and the cows come home to chew chud and grass. That's what you people are doing to me right now. You people are disrespecting me right now. I've had 5 people say positive things to me about the new age. And you pigs can't be bothered to pull your soft little snouts out of your ass for 3 hours. 3 hours. I cut myself and I bleed for you. I provide that which you cannot find anywhere else, and you fucking pigs come in here and disrespect me with this. Not me calling me a hack. You other people, it all costs money bringing up maybe the most hoe-scaring shit you could possibly bring up. I'm not crying. I would never cry. Pepperoncini community sub. Namaste. So good. And you know what? Honestly, what you've done, I'm glad this happened this way. I'm glad that it happened this way. This is actually a really good way for this to happen. Because what you have done, ladies and gentlemen of Explorations, is show what the new age is all about. It's about the disintegration. It's about the impossibility of someone trying to give you a program. So good. Good, I'm glad. Proga University, namaste. Thank you so much for those bits. Overturn Big Rig, thank you so much for the bits. Not me, single bit. Thank you so much. Not me, you don't even know what the new age is. You tell me what it is, in your words. Tell me in your words what the new age is, not me. Then we'll talk. Caller, I'm going to go ahead and play jazz. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, go ahead and play your jazz and everything like that. Everybody's having a good time and a funny time and all this kind of stuff. But, I can spit truth. I know that I'm on the next level. I've mastered every step of this motherfucker, okay? From relaxing. Do you know how good I can relax? Ooh, I wish I could hear the jazz music right now, but I can't. So I'm just going to go. See, that's easy relaxing music. Who remembers Hanson? And then Express. I got Express down, obviously. Just move on and pass that. Then we go to question. I got lots of questions. Like, why isn't the whole program jazz? I mean, I'll go to sleep to the jazz music. Everybody needs a good sleep aid sometimes. Some people don't want to take, NyQuil. Some people don't want to, mix some NyQuil with some Xanax and some Ambien and go to town. People just need some jazz sometimes to go to sleep to, I can't tell if the jazz music is playing right now. Okay, I'm going to let the people enjoy some jazz music because I don't know what's going on right now. So let the people enjoy the jazz, and I'll wait till the jazz train's over, and then somebody can fucking terminate me, acting like I don't get pussy like some no-kill animal shelter. Please, bro.
That was beautiful. Angry Mike, welcome back to the program.
Hey, how's it going, Guru?
It's great. And there was jazz behind you the entire time.
I figured, but I just can't hear it because your system is, I'm not going to say subpar, but it's you know.
If there, listen, here's the problem. If I make it so that the microphone and the music go to you, then there becomes a delay between us.
So like an impenetrable barrier that I would not like and you certainly wouldn't like.
Yeah,
so,
no,
okay,
there'd be an additional second of delay between our being able to communicate.
But I can recognize when I'm wrong. I feel like you don't recognize when you're wrong by saying that I haven't mastered the next. So it's irrelevant when you think about it, though, because I just wish. And by the way, I don't need your approval. Pepperoncini with his little clips and his little pipe-ins. I don't need your approval, Guru. I know I have it, so that's why I don't need to know that I have it, because I know I have it. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, Angry Mike.
Yeah, and if you associate me with that chat hog one more time, I swear to fucking God.
Psychic emergency, please hold.
And here's another thing. I can never hear the penises. It's not fair.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 400, this is a community, and we now fight for one another from now on. I'm tired of all this bullshit. Well, he didn't raid me and he didn't do this, then I won't go over there. No, everyone has to be a little bit everywhere with each other. At least in the nucleus. And just stop in and say hello and bounce and find out what it is like. Read the Discord, ask other people so you are safe. This only works if we work together. Repeat, cheer 400, this is a community and we now fight for one another from now on. Is it a good penis? I wish I could know. Bullshit. Well, he didn't raid me and he didn't...
It's beyond good or bad. You're going to have to just...
No, everyone has
You're going to have to go back and watch the VOD.
with each other. At least in the nucleus. And just stop in and say hello and bounce and find out what it is like. Read the Discord, ask other people so you are safe. This only works if we work together. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Pepperoncini, for that beautiful PNAS. Now, Angry Mike, listen. When I told you were not on the next level, you got really upset, right?
I did.
Listen.
How about you're not on the next level? Do you like that, Leslie? Let me tell you that. You're not on the next level. Does that make you happy?
Philzy74, Pepperoncini, what a cool guy. Band's the biggest contributor to the stream. Oh, wait, that's Fram Weird, says Philzy74.
And listen, the infighting I love, because I feel like that is a major part of the new, what is it, level?
The new age, yeah.
Okay, new age of the program. I do like it. I do like the combativeness. I think that's an important part of the program because it refocuses people into the steps and then you calm down and you get back into the program. But that's what I'm saying. I just explained the program to you and you're telling me that I don't know the next level. This is some fucking horse shit. I can't even stand it, dude.
Listen, brother Angry Mike, I laugh because I wish you could see this from my perspective. Clint does improv rating with all 44. Namaste to Clint does improv. Guys, welcome in. Welcome into Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. Namaste to you. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Good to have all of you in. Come on in. If you want some channel points to play with, go ahead and click follow and guide your individual and our collective exploration tonight. Right now, we are exploring a historical paradigm that I am declaring once and for all. I'm using, my influence as a thought leader to declare a new historical paradigm, not one defined by knowledge, progress, or awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, it is defined by the impossibility of all of that, by the decay of all that came before it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not in a new age. We are in the new age. The end of all being and the clarity that that provides. And also we got a personal power program to go along with it to boot. Pepperoncini, hello Raiders, fun fact, Twitch chatter, Philzy74 has a small penis and is an alcoholic who loves to crash out. He is also 50 years old. And looks like Peter Griffin.
Every word of it's true, and I'm also the #1 Explorer Raider. So if, regardless of what Leslie's going to say right now, he's big time in me. But me and Pepperoncini are great. Philzy, small penis, very small penis. Me, big penis, big Explorer, big time programmer. Right?
No, not right. No.
Leslie, okay, you say not right, and every time I ask and you go, oh, that's not right, and then you don't explain to me how I'm not next level. And you can go ahead and say, oh, because you're angry. I feel like that's #1, expressing myself. #2, it's a key component to the program. #3, I do it excellently. And #4, you don't say how that makes me lesser than. So listen, how about we get on the same page? How about you start telling me how I can work this program because apparently I'm doing it wrong, right?
No, you're doing it correctly. You're just not at the next level yet, Angry Mike. Now listen. Can you listen to me explain?
Yes, I'm going to sit here and not talk, and I'm going to wait for this gem of how I'm not doing everything correctly.
No, you're doing everything correctly, but listen, the next level, as we've talked about before, is the complete fulfillment of your potential.
Right.
Right? The true act of becoming, an expression of a power that is just lying dormant inside of you, right?
Right.
This is the power of the next level. This is a power that I, Leslie Tanner, the creator of this program, feel inside of you right now. Now, do you believe me?
The fact you even have to ask me whether I believe you insults me a little bit, because I'm the most loyal motherfucker. But okay, yes, I believe you.
I know you do.
On.
I know you do. I'm just walking through you step by step, okay? Janosch, welcome. Janosch, however you pronounce that. I'm happy to be able to take a stab at it. I want you to know thank you for being here. Janosch, 22. Now, if I can see this power inside of you, and I see an incomplete status, I see a wealth of power waiting yet to be expressed. Now, have you come so far? Have you really, proven to be one of the most loyal explorers here? Absolutely. You have consistently gone above and beyond what could be reasonably expected from anybody that just jumps onto the program. You're truly a leader here, Angry Mike.
Exactly. I go to the post office all the time and talk about you, so go on.
Stone Monster 400, Angry Mike, when you know, you know. You never have to say your next level. The universe knows.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought I knew that I was next level and didn't have to say that I was next level until Leslie told me I'm not next level, and now I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand confused. So anyways...
And is that dick hard or soft?
It's hard all the time, Leslie, and I know they say go to a doctor after 4 hours. I don't got time to go to the doctor every 6 times a day. No one can do that.
Communal vision from Jessica Bear. Sounds like it hasn't been good enough, Angry Mike.
What hasn't been good enough? See, this is what is so frustrating, Jessica, and you're sending me over the edge right now to say that to me in a communal vision. You're gonna sit here when I've been on this phone call the entire time asking Leslie what I'm doing wrong. Literally for the last 15 minutes, Leslie's been telling me I do everything correctly. There's nothing else you can do correctly. And then he sits there and says, with his dick in his hand, saying that I'm not next level, and that makes sense to everyone watching the stream, Raiders included. Hi, Raiders.
Pepper and Genie coming in with a communal vision. Mike, does your mom not complain about how loud you are on the phone when it's past midnight?
I'm in the garage, Pepper. I'm in the garage, and it's very insulated and soundproof, and she has some type of mental thing that I don't got time to go to a doctor. I already said I don't got time to go to the doctor for myself nor my mother. So we're going to stay in the garage with the insulated roof and et cetera, and she's fine. And don't worry about my mother.
Fluxstorm Zero with another communal vision. Can't wait to read this or have this perspective dictated to me. Would you say that we should not push you because you are close to the edge? Are you going to lose your head?
6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so, what is it?
Far down. Philzy74, do you like naked dogs, as in fully shorn, shaved, like cancer patient dogs?
That would make me sad. If you saw like a shelter filled with just shaven dogs, you know something was going on there that was no good. You know what I mean? So no, I don't like fully shaven dogs, Phil. I'm tired of Phil too. I'm just tired in general, Leslie, and I swear to God, if you don't give me an answer right now, I'm going to hang up this fucking phone. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong, okay? And then I can go off and someone else can jump on this fucking line. Just give me one thing I can improve on, please.
Okay, well, it's going to require me to finish my answer. Because I start talking, and then you start flying off the handle.
Don't give me that bullshit. I haven't interrupted you once, so don't even...
Yeah, but you say you want an answer, and then I got to wait like 5 minutes for you to, stop getting mad at me. Okay. Now listen. What part of the third step of the program is what?
Question.
No, that's the second step. Third step is to express.
Okay. I knew that. That was me testing you for the viewers.
I know you knew that. You've been here for too long not to know that. But listen.
Of course.
Okay. When it comes to expression, what do I say is the end of expression as it bleeds into exploring, the fourth step of the program?
So now you're going to give me a motherfucking pop quiz? I don't know.
Okay, well, it's just interesting that you don't know this thing that I've said innumerable times, and you're looking for things to improve upon, and then you're mad at me when I just try to give you the most basic, tenets of the program.
I don't think you know it, but I'll wait.
I'll tell you exactly. At the end of expression, I say, I love expression. It's my favorite step of the program. Sing your song.
That is so fucking untrue. Ooh, I'm going to vomit. Ooh, I'm going to vomit right now. Oh.
Why are you going to vomit, Angry Mike?
That's the most untrue. And now that you're reminding me, that's literally you say you hate it the most. See, I knew this was a trick question.
No, I hate relaxing the most.
No.
Go ahead. No. Yeah, go ahead. Chat, what is it? Do I say that I hate relaxing or that I hate expressing?
Chat, back me up, chat. I swear to God, chat, if you burn me unrightfully, there's no question in my mind that Express is his least favorite.
Relaxing. Yeah, there's 3 people, 4 people. VJ Peacock, great to see you, by the way. Overturn Big Rig, relaxing. No one has once said what you said.
No. I'm going to, the clipping I'm going to do, Leslie, after this, and we're going to get my friend Indy New to do it. Ooh, he's the fuck out of you, dude.
Okay, listen, you explore the clips, and then we'll talk about it Thursday. But for now, I'm going to finish what I was going to say. Expression is the point of expression in a Leslian sense. Philzy74, Mikey, are you Destiny's child or Destiny's dentist?
Go on, Guru. I don't respond to communal visions.
Okay. So the point of expression here is utter defeat. Is the death of the self, essentially. To realize that self-expression and self-actualization is pointless. It is redundant. And to realize the full weight of that is to be defeated. Now, when you call me and I tell you you're not next level, and you get mad because you think you've achieved something and you feel good about it. And when I tell you you haven't, you feel bad. Now, what is this? This feeling good about believing you have and feeling bad about haven't. This is day one stuff, Angry Mike. This is day one stuff. If you feel bad about not having, then you are simply not next level. Period.
But I don't feel bad about not having. I get upset that you don't know how many push-ups I can do. I get upset that you don't know how little plaque I have in my teeth. And then there's just these arbitrary standards that you don't put out for people, and I feel like I meet every one. I mean, do you know how many squat thrusts I can do?
Communal vision for Pepperoncini. Alcohol-related dementia is a type of alcohol-related brain damage, ARBD. If a person has alcohol-related dementia, they will struggle with day-to-day tasks. This is because of the damage to their brain caused by regular...
Listen, I can't remember all of what he just said. I'm sure it's irrelevant, but... And Pepper is one of my biggest fans. You can look at the Discord. Pepper is a big fan of mine. And listen,
he is.
I'm exhausted, Leslie. I am. You can hear it in my voice.
I know. I hear you. Listen. You're not exhausted enough.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
So wait, you finally gave me some advice. So what are you telling me I need to exert more into the program?
Yes.
How much more? 50%? I mean, I feel like I put 111% in at least, and I don't even know if that's mathematically correct.
Well, 111% wasn't enough, was it?
Apparently not. So what you want me to give you? Want me to give you 1,400%? I'll do that. You want me to give you my whole bank account and my social security number? Just say it. That's all I need is direction.
Listen, if you are saying it, then that is your burden, that is your direction, that is your path to the next level.
All right, well, why don't you answer my private DMs, though? I've told you 50 times I'd give you my
I'm teaching you a lesson. I'm teaching you a lesson. Listen, there are things that my absence can teach so much more succinctly than a million explorations.
That's true.
Okay, now listen. Write down a list of things like your bank account, like your social security number, like a percentage of your life force. Write these things down. Brainstorm. Then talk to me afterward about this list, because this list will be your path.
Okay. I'm going to start it tonight, all right? I'm going to start the list tonight. It's very late. I'm a little drunk, but I'm going to start that list tonight. And you better pick up my call on Thursday, because it's going to be a list to, the gods. The list is going to be good, is all I'm saying. Okay?
Okay, good. I can't wait. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. Stone Monster 400, the ones he loves, Daddy Spanks, the ones he loves, Mike.
See, Stone Monster is... Also, he's not as good as me, but if you had to compare it, I mean, it'd be a close call. I wouldn't fault anybody for saying Stoney's maybe slightly ahead of me in the program, okay? But he's 1,000% correct. I'm going to write it down in my little journal. And listen, if you don't answer on Thursday, though, Guru, you know I will find a way to...
I understand.
Okay.
I understand. As I would expect nothing less.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go do that. I don't have many pens in my house, but I'll go find one, and I'm going to write it down. I'm going to call you on Thursday, and I love you, and namaste, but do not refuse my call on Thursday, okay?
I'll talk to you on Thursday.
I love you.
Namaste. I like you. Namaste.
No, you can say the love word. It's 2025. You can just say.
Phil Z74 with a communal vision. Nope, Mike, you totally suck compared to Stone Monster, just being real. Pepperoncini, just to go, circle back and make sure we cover that communal vision from Pepperoncini. Alcohol-related dementia is a type of alcohol-related brain damage, ARBD. If a person has alcohol-related dementia, they will struggle with day-to-day tasks. This is because of the damage to their brain. Caused by regularly drinking too much alcohol over many years. The person may have memory loss. Oh boy, I don't know why it's tickling me so much. The person may have memory loss and difficulty thinking things through. They may have problems with more complex tasks, such as managing their finances. CC Phil Z74. Leslie Tanner is canceled. There is a poll. Yeah, cancel me. Gladly. They cancel the brave. They cancel the bravest. Remember that. Phil Z74, Pepperoncini, Waka Waka. All right, couple more seconds. Am I canceled? It's in the Twitch chat. In the Twitch chat. Am I canceled? Couple seconds left. And remember, the bravest are canceled. And remember which night on which I was canceled. It was the night that I had the bravery and foresight to declare a new age, a historical paradigm in which not only we as explorers will thrive, but with the responsibility that we have to carry this framework, to carry this form of understanding and being to the world around us. Namaste. Namaste to me and namaste to you. Thank you so much to all of you for being here tonight. Blessings, a beautiful night. Let's not say beautiful. A lot of you resisted the clarity that I provided tonight. A lot of you stank the place up with your attitudes and your inability to focus. But we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. We'll revisit it, and you will deal with. And the seed will be planted. Thank you all. Thank you to my moderators. Blessings to my moderators and blessings to my community of devoted light at Patreon.com. My inner circle, my most committed explorers who have made themselves avail themselves, I guess is what I'm trying to say, to the to an exclusive library of a growing library of exclusive materials. Namaste to my community of devoted light. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And Leslie Tanner sings like doo-doo. All right, somebody's having I got my moderators trying to make me look like a goddamn idiot. Namaste. Somebody's we're gonna have a talk about this. We're gonna have to have a talk about this. We're going over to ABBA. No, we're gonna go to Angry Scar. Not Mish. I'm disappointed in you. Putting up these goddamn polls. Making me look like an idiot. We had all those raiders earlier and they all left because of these kind of fucking shenanigans. We'll be back. I'm disappointed in everyone tonight. I want you to know that. Let's end on that note. We'll be back Thursday with a brand new exploration. Lord knows that this program has so much to offer you. And Lord knows you pigs can't stop from suckling at the teat of this program. But let it be known that tonight was disappointing. Let it be known that tonight was disappointing. You have disappointed me tonight. Your shenanigans. Horse shit. Communal vision real quick from Phil Z74. You laughed at Phil's alcoholism and yet you're disappointed in us. Listen, what laughing at his alcoholism is in concert with the program. You bucking my lessons is not. Leslie flosses with animal pubes. Phil Z, not right now. Not now. Not right now. Stop that.